This man just wanted to find a reason to complain and throw up a video. It was a great interview. I don't care what he says. He just looks like a hater. He's mad and keep shilling Katie Martin's book. She ain't gonna pay you no dust. I'm sorry. Cause like you said,
do your research, be skeptical of me.
We are. Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. How are you doing today? I hope you're having a great day so far. So today I am back with another reaction to the Rewired Soul's latest video saying that Lady Gaga's take on mental health is a bad take. Before I even get into all of that, if you are new here, welcome. This is Journey to Find Kay and I'm Kay. I like to talk about mental health. I react to the Rewired Soul, but I also react to other topics on YouTube when it pertains to mental health and or substance abuse and recovery because I am a mental health patient, worker, and advocate, and I want to use my voice, my opinion, my experience to negate some of the negative things here on this platform. So if you enjoy my content, you enjoy watching me, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button down below. Hit the bell so that way you're also notified every time I post a video. So you guys, I had a totally different video planned and I'll probably do it later on. I want to put it out. It is something that I want to touch back on. But while I was out and about today, I was alerted by another great channel here on YouTube, according to Jexy. Shout out to her. She hit me up on Twitter to let me know that Chris had posted a video and it'll most likely be a great one for me to react to. Definitely go check out Jexy. Her channel is about addiction and recovery. As a recovering addict herself, I love watching her videos. She shares from her perspective. She doesn't try to force any of her views or beliefs, but just shares her experiences in hopes that it will help other people out there who come across her channel and watch her videos. So definitely check her out. She's someone I personally adore. So shout out to her for letting me know about this video. I had to go watch this interview. It's the interview with Oprah and Lady Gaga. I think it's some summit or thing that Oprah's doing with Weight Watchers. I don't know. I don't like Oprah.
Sorry, not sorry.
But I wanted to watch this interview and see why Chris might feel the way that he does. And it was a long interview. It was about a good hour or so, but I watched the entire thing and I honestly enjoyed it. Even though I don't like Oprah, I enjoy actually listening to Lady Gaga and listening to her perspective, her experience, and why she is so big on mental health. And within 20 minutes, and I tweeted it out, you guys, I tweeted out, within the first 20 minutes of this video, I could definitely understand why Chris was mad. I could understand why he was mad, and I'm just gonna let it be known right now, I loved that interview. That interview was great. Lady Gaga shared her experience. She was heartfelt, she was open, and trigger warning, real quick. I'm not gonna talk about the topics too deep, but just want to offer a trigger warning really quickly. She does share why she was cutting. She shares the process of her having a psychotic break. She shares the medications that she takes. She talks about why she is so serious about mental health, why she wants to fund research into mental health, why she wants to push mental health into schools. They have already helped with getting mental health first aid into elementary schools across the country, which I personally thought was awesome. I shared on a live stream before that I had prior that I had taken that training at my previous substance abuse treatment center and it was eye-opening. So to hear Lady Gaga share her experience, share her background, share why she felt the way she did, why she believed in medications could work for most people, why she advocated for people to take care of their mental health if they have a chronic illness. I loved her message. Now there were some things I didn't agree with. She did share that she doesn't really believe in pain medications. Now I agree that pain medications aren't for everybody, but I don't want people to think that just taking care of your mental health will instantaneously take care of any of your chronic pain, because that's not the case for everyone. So that was one thing I did not agree with, but I believe her sharing her experience on that stage in front of all of those people to kind of help them open their eyes and look at mental health and try to look at their own mental health
was awesome.
And to see someone with such a big platform use it for something so positive was inspiring. I've always loved Lady Gaga. I've kind of slipped away from some of her music recently, but I was a hardcore fan, especially back in the Poker Face days, okay?
You can ask my sister, she will happily let you know I bumped Lady Gaga all day, every day.
And to see someone share their experience, someone who people may look at as living the life, there's so many people that look up to her because she does have such a huge platform. For her to be able to get herself to a place where she understands that not only is she doing this for her, but she's also doing it for other people who might be experiencing the same things or going through the things that she went through, was awesome. And I could definitely see why Chris was unhappy. I know he wasn't unhappy with the fact she was talking about medication. I know he was not happy about the fact that she was on there sharing that, hey, medications worked for me. Don't be afraid to look into medications, and don't think that I'm telling you to use my medications that I'm sharing with you guys. Go to a psychiatrist. She said, if you're going to your PCP to get depression medication, she said,
no, you should not be doing that.
You should be going to a psychiatrist, someone who is specifically trained in psychiatric medication. And I 100% agree. And she also stated she understands not everyone can do that. It was so good, you guys. It was such a good interview. All my feelings aside about Oprah, was such a great interview. I definitely suggest for you guys to check it out. I'll link it down in the description box below for you guys. I see why he's probably upset. I rambled on long enough. Let's get into this reaction. And I am going to have him on 1.25 speed because it's a 16-minute video. I've already been rambling. I already know I'm gonna feel some type of way because I loved that interview. Okay, we got a disclaimer already up on the board. Smart, because he's making sure we understand this is his own personal experience on his personal research. So we got a disclaimer. Let's go. I'm ready. Let's go.
Was recently on Oprah Winfrey's show, and she kind of had a bad take on the current state of mental health care. And while she did make a good point, this conversation is a little bit more nuanced, and we need to have a discussion about it so we can hopefully have some reform in the United States, and that way you can get the mental health care that you need.
I personally didn't think that she had a bad take on the mental health care system in the United States. She was speaking specifically for the United States. She was being honest. She shared that she knows that people don't have access to psychiatrists and that they have to get the help that they can that's accessible to them. So I'm interested to see what he's going to try to spin out of this. I'm really interested.
You guys can call me biased all you want to.
And I'll claim if there's a little bit of bias in my opinion. I mean, everybody has some bias, but we know how he is. We know how he tries to spin narratives out of things that shouldn't be spun, if you know what I mean, if that makes sense, you know? So let's see. Oh, I didn't speed him up. Hold on. Sorry guys, had to speed him up.
What is up, everybody? This is Chris from The Rewired Soul, where we talk about the problem, but focus on the solution. And if you're new to my channel is all about mental health. So if you're into that stuff, make sure you subscribe and ring that notification bell. And if you're not yet, follow me over on Instagram and Twitter at The Rewired Soul. All right. So I was informed about this subject from the video from YouTube's resident doctor, Dr. Mike. All right. And Lady Gaga was recently on Oprah Winfrey, and Dr. Mike made a video about this because Lady Gaga said, by the way, if your primary care doctor is prescribing you this should not be happening. Primary care doctors should be introducing you to a psychiatrist, an expert in brain medication.
I knew he was going to have an issue with that. And you guys have heard me say this on my channel, where even at my own agency, we understand that clients have a better rapport with their PCP. Maybe they feel comfortable. I speak with primary care physicians on a daily basis. I have clients who get their medication through their PCPs. We understand that some clients prefer to do it that way. Maybe they have a better rapport with that doctor, or maybe they feel like right now they're good. They are getting the help that they need. They don't need anything further, or they just don't want to do it. They like getting their medications from them. We understand that, but we also inform them that primary care physicians have limitations on how high of a dosage they can go, and they will assess and let the clients know that, hey, and I'm speaking from the United States only, but most will be like, hey, this is as far as I'm able to assist. If you want certain types of medications or different options that I'm unable to give to you, I suggest you go to a mental health facility who specializes in that, who has these psychiatrists, my type of a clinic, right? So I knew he was going to have issues with that because, again, she did share that she knows that that's not an option for everyone. And we're not just going to gloss over that. We're not going to pretend like she didn't acknowledge that that won't work for everyone. She did acknowledge that. She understood it. So, let's go. I'm going to get annoyed.
So I will link Dr. Mike's video down below. He makes some excellent points, and I highly recommend that you go check it out. All right, so I'm going to be discussing, some of my own personal experience, both, just from my life and my struggles with mental health and getting prescribed mental health medications, but also working at a drug and alcohol rehab where I had to help clients kind of navigate the mental health care system after leaving treatment. All right, so the first thing we need to talk about when it comes to Lady Gaga.
Wasn't he just an alumni coordinator? I don't know.
Appearance bias.
Okay.
Right? So appearance bias is this bias we have where if somebody is, attractive or wealthy, like they're rich and they're famous, we're like, this person must know what they're talking about, right? This is one of the reasons why people have an issue with like celebrities endorsing candidates and everything like that, right? We need to just be mindful of this. Just because somebody has a lot of money or a lot of,
here we go, hating on the rich.
Realm, it doesn't necessarily mean they know.
Back at hating on the rich.
So
and she didn't say that. And that's what is annoying. And I don't know if he really watched this. I really don't know if he really watched the whole thing. It was an hour, okay, you guys? Do we really think he sat down and watched the whole hour? I sat down and watched the whole hour, and she, the entire time, was saying, hey, no matter what, you need to go speak with a medical professional. Yes, does she want you to go to a psychiatrist? A lot of people do. But she acknowledged the fact that not everyone has that option. And if your primary care doctor is who you have, that's who you have. At least you're speaking to a professional.
She said that.
I don't think you watched it.
Skeptical of that stuff. Hell, even me, even my videos. Be skeptical. Do your own research.
We are. We're very, yes, we're very skeptical. That's why I'm here. That's why I like to react to you, because I'm skeptical with what you like to say.
Oh.
Like, do your research. Oh, I did my research. Why is it the fact that you're leaving the research onto us? You're supposed to be on here to educate and share your experience, right? Why are you leaving the education to us? You want to tout your mental health experience? Explain to these people. This is where, people don't take you seriously and they don't find you credible because you have to say that.
Like when I called him out on his blog for using a psychologist totally the wrong way.
He really think no one caught that.
Do your own research.
Be skeptical. We are. Best believe. I know I am.
All right. So
mad because she has success and people are going to listen.
Absolutely agree with part of
there is nothing wrong with her using her platform for her to be successful and to share this message and to share her experience. He said he's sharing his experience. She said the exact same thing. That's why I think he did not watch this. I do not think he watched it.
In the United States with overprescribing and overdiagnosing people, like it isn't uncommon
Here we go.
for you to go see a primary care doctor and they're like, oh, you have problems with your attention? Here's some Adderall. Oh, you get anxious? Take some Xanax. Oh, you have a little ache and pain? Here's a prescription opioid. You know what I mean? So that is something that we have to be mindful of. And I think Dr. Mike is really good about talking about, turning to medications, especially mental health medications, as a last resort rather than a first resort.
Also, as a side note, not every patient with anxiety and depression needs antidepressants. And in fact, that's the beauty of family medicine. We understand that
she said that
therapy, DBT, all these options work very well for our patients. And because we have existing relationships with these patients, because we're their primary care providers,
he's coming from that side. Gotcha.
And
and that's true. And like I said, I agree. There are some primary care physicians who, and that's why I know clients stay with them, is because they have that rapport. But just because you have that rapport, I'm also here to remind you that if it comes to a point where you feel like you need extra help, don't be afraid to go to a mental health clinic. Don't be afraid to reach out to a psychiatrist. There's nothing wrong with either way. She stated that. She said, as long as you are seeking professional help. He's taking it a little bit up the butt because he is a primary care doctor. I will tell you, we try to get clients over, but if you don't want to,
we don't force you.
We understand that doctor relationship is important, but we will recommend it for certain cases.
Sure will.
There are certain cases where we will recommend for our clients to have their medications monitored by us. And the whole point of having an integrated health system, which is being pushed across this country, which is big in my state, is to have this relationship coincide better. Back in the day, before people really understood the effects of mental health and physical health with each other, it was treated separately. If you went to a psych doctor, you went to a psych doctor. That psych doctor might not have talked to your primary care doctor and vice versa. We're not living in those times anymore. The second you sign up at my clinic, we send a notification to your primary care doctor to let them know, guess what? We are working with your client. They're coming here for medication services or even just therapy services. We let them know that we're going to have this relationship. When you sign these release forms, you're allowing us to have this working relationship because it is now known and understood that the mental health and your physical health are tied together and they need to coincide. And I can acknowledge there are still some places where that might still be a struggle. That is the big thing that a lot of places are moving towards, is understanding that physical health and your mental health, they work together. They coincide together, and you have to take care of them both. So we're still going to have that relationship with your primary care doctor, even if you don't get your medications from us. In some cases, we are going to suggest, hey, it might be a little bit easier if you come see us because maybe your symptomology might warrant different medications or higher dosages that your primary care doctor cannot prescribe or isn't comfortable prescribing. So I'm not saying you can't get your medications. Lady Gaga didn't say you can't get your medications from your primary care doctor. She just stated something that I've shared as well, that we prefer it from a psychiatrist, but go with
whoever
you feel comfortable with, as long as you are taking care of it. She said it multiple times, just go to a medical professional.
They have direct access to us. And it only makes sense that we continue this line of treatment until it passes that complexity line where we do need to get a specialist like
There you go.
involved.
There you go.
Dr. Mike seems
There
like
you
the type of
go.
doctor
That's
where
what it
you
is.
saw him and you were going through a difficult time.
He said
you
it.
Depressants. He
That's
was
what we
trying to
suggest
guide
as
you on the
well.
path of, building some resilience. You know what I mean? But we do have to be mindful of it when it comes to, primary care doctors or even psychiatrists over-prescribing medications.
Here we go. I knew he had an issue about
I used to
medications.
go around to Dr. Shop and easily get medications.
The second she endorsed meds, I knew he had an issue. Like I said, that was 20 minutes into the actual interview. The second she said, I like meds, I agree with medications, I think people should use them if they need them. Not everybody does, but if you think you do, don't be afraid to try them. The second she said that, I knew he had an issue.
My addiction, you know what I mean? So it's something that I think about a lot. So one book that I highly recommend.
And it's okay to be cognizant of medications, especially when you're in recovery. There's something different when you're basically telling everyone, it's bad, they give them too much.
A lot of medications, we're overdiagnosing people, right? And how the DSM isn't always the best tool to use to diagnose somebody. You know what I mean? For example, we talked about depression. Something that was eliminated from the DSM was if you just experienced the loss of a loved one, right? That is now not a factor in the DSM when it comes to diagnosing depression, right? So if you lose, someone close to you, right? A parent, a significant other, a child, basically it says, if you've been depressed for over 2 weeks, you have clinical depression. But it's like, how long are you allowed to be depressed about the loss of a loved one? Okay?
No, it doesn't.
So let's talk about psychiatry, okay? So, by the way, if you are confused about the difference between like psychiatrists, psychologists, therapists, counselors, and all that, this is actually Katie Morton's book. So Katie Morton is like the therapist of YouTube. She does an excellent job in her book discussing the differences between those. So psychiatrists are medical doctors and they are there to prescribe medications. But here's the thing, they're not magicians, all right? Like,
no,
they are
duh.
trained in
Here he goes.
medications, and if you have the resources to go to a psychiatrist, go ahead and do it. But, like, I was reading somewhere that the average visit with a psychiatrist is like 15 minutes. 15 minutes, like how much can you really get done in 15 minutes?
It depends on the
Sometimes it
case.
takes us longer than 15 minutes.
Yes, it depends on the case. It depends on the case. At my clinic, we are a general mental health clinic, so we do not deal with a lot of complex cases. We don't deal with clients who are SMI or are seriously mentally ill. We deal with clients who we would consider, I guess, normal, everyday people. Let me explain to you what these type of appointments kind of look like in a mental health clinic, specifically a general mental health clinic. I do not work at a higher level of care clinic. Where I'm at in Arizona is an SMI clinic for the seriously mentally ill. Their setup is a lot different. It's a lot more hands-on, a lot more time with the clients. And we work with kids and adults. Now, we do have kids that might need more hands-on, so they have a high needs case manager. You have adults that may need assistance along the way, utilizing me. So the first appointment is usually the longest appointment you will have with a psychiatrist. That's your psych eval. You're in there for at least an hour. Again, it could be a little bit longer depending on the client.
Some clients talk a lot. Some clients are willing to share. Some clients aren't. Some are still closed off.
But generally, we give you an hour-long appointment. Your med check appointments are 15 minutes because that's an appointment where you're coming in, you're letting us know, how are you feeling, what's going on, what symptoms are you feeling, any updates, any changes. Could be longer than 15 minutes. Most of the time, they usually run to about a good 30 minutes because, again, it depends on the client and the case, what's been going on with you, how much you share, have you had any hospitalizations, anything that's occurred since the last time we've seen you.
And then let's not get into special appointments where you just got released from a hospital and we need to see you within 24 hours. That's going to be a longer appointment.
But everything is stable with you. If everything's going good, in a general mental health clinic, we will see you for 15 minutes for a med check appointment. It's dependent on the client, but as a base time for a Regular med check-in, it is 15 minutes. But again, it usually runs into 30 because you end up sharing, you end up talking, you end up having a conversation with your doctor. Don't let that turn you away like, oh, 15 minutes, that's not a lot. At a general mental health clinic, that usually is adequate enough because our clients aren't high needs. They aren't someone who needs a higher level of care. So don't let that scare you away from going to a mental health clinic thinking,
Oh, they're not going to have enough time. That's not enough time.
no, just understand that once you start getting into the groove of things and you get stable on your medications, 15 minutes will feel kind of long. And that's when you know you're doing good in your treatment.
Menu at a restaurant. So it typically takes longer than that to diagnose somebody. So with what Lady Gaga
Yeah,
is
you're
saying,
not
like,
getting diagnosed in a
sometimes
15-minute appointment. You're not getting diagnosed in a 15-minute appointment. You're not. I'm sorry. Don't let him push that on you. Don't let him make you think that you get a psych eval in 15 minutes. A psych eval is an hour. You have an hour to talk with that doctor, and it can go longer because, again, it's on a case-by-case basis. Don't let him make you think that. You're trash. You're like, what? You know what you're doing. You don't want people to go there.
So real quick, based on my experience, so my primary care doctor, she prescribes my medications, but she's a very, very good primary care doctor. Like
No, she ain't, because from what you shared, she gives you refills without seeing you for a few months. Please don't. No, your primary care doctor. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Don't get me started. We remember that debacle, how he low-key snitched on his primary care doctor. Like, get the heck out of here.
She's like, listen, if this doesn't work, we need to get you to a psychiatrist.
My nose,
right?
guys. Sorry.
And she is very humble about what she knows about and what she doesn't know about. You know what I mean? And I appreciate that about her. But here's one of the issues when it comes to psychiatry. I'll just give you a quick little anecdote here.
Oh, Lord.
Working at the Drug and Alcohol Treatment Center, part of what I did was I would follow up with clients after they left. And we would always send them off with a refill of their prescriptions and an aftercare plan and all of that stuff, right? And sometimes the person wouldn't refill their prescriptions or they wouldn't follow up with the aftercare plan. Like, we had case managers who would set them an appointment with a psychiatrist. You know what I mean? And the person would miss that appointment. And here's something that we need to take into consideration is for your first psychiatrist visit, like sometimes it can take like a month to get in there. This is from dealing with thousands of clients who told me like, Chris, I ran out of my medications. I called the psychiatrist because I missed my appointment and it's gonna take a month to get in there. So
that's why you gave them a refill. Like he said, gave them a refill so that way, so there are times where it may take up to a month, but again, that's why he gives them the actual refills when they leave. We did the same thing at the treatment center, so that way they at least have that month of medications that they should be good until that next appointment. This man don't know.
Lean on primary care doctors and just pray to the gods that they are accepting what they don't know about mental health meds, and also while we're trusting what they do know. You know what I mean? But I always recommend that you do your own research on mental health meds. Like,
oh God, here he goes.
About, like, you know, asking others like, what was your experience with this medication? All of us are different. We can all react differently to different mental health medications. For example,
I don't mind sharing my own like personal, like, hey, yeah, it does make me sleepy, but I'm not going to give you like too much detail because I know the power of words and it could deter you from trying that medication because it did it to me. I am on quetiapine, Seroquel. I had clients who took Seroquel. I watched the drowsiness kick in and I was like,
no, I don't want to be on that. I don't want to be on that.
But it works. It works for me. And I was hesitant to get on it just because of seeing people's experiences or hearing them share their experiences with it, and I would have missed out on a medication that actually helps me out. Really, so that's why I'm big on that. I'm kind of big on that too.
So if you
but take meds if you need to.
It was awesome. If you ask somebody else, it was terrible. So just be mindful when you're asking about other people's experience. So the main thing I want to talk about here is the current state of mental health care in the United States. So again, when we see celebrities talking about this stuff, we need to be cautious, all right? Because there are tens of millions of uninsured Americans in the United States. For most of the last year, I was uninsured, right? And this is something that millions and millions and millions of Americans are struggling with. And a psychiatrist visit is far more expensive than a primary care doctor. So when I see Lady Gaga talk about this stuff, I'm like, yeah, but
she said it.
A millionaire. Not everybody.
She said it. Like, you're so focused. He is so focused on the fact that this person has money. Did you watch the video? Did you pay attention to what she said? Or are you reacting just off of what the doctor said? off of that video that you watched, because she said she understands not everybody can do that. And that is also why she said that she understands it's a mental health crisis in this country and she wants to fund doctors. Now, I did think that was kind of dreamy of her to say, I want to hire all the best doctors to do the research, but she got the money, so hey, go ahead. I'm not going to knock you for trying. But she shared it's a mental health crisis. She understands that it's not accessible everywhere. Like, did you watch the video? I think y'all already know the answer. You know the answer.
Immediately. Not everybody can afford a psychiatrist. Sometimes you can't even afford a primary care doctor visit. You know what I mean? So
offer resources. Tell your people how they can get there. Tell them, instead of shilling BetterHelp, tell them what they can do.
Like, check out your state. All right, you can call. I believe you can call 411 and ask them, like, hey, are there any, government-funded clinics here, right? So there are a lot of government-funded mental health clinics where you can go in there, you can talk to a therapist. Sometimes they have psychiatrists up there. Sometimes they have doctors who you can talk to, right? And then, like, if you have Medicaid or something like that, they can prescribe you these medications.
That's where I work.
So like I said when I started this video,
how did that help? You said if you don't have insurance. And then if you have insurance, like you just said, what is your point right there? Hey guys, if you don't have insurance, don't be afraid to look in my description box. There is a link for the United States, Canada, and UK to get you started. Obviously, if you're watching YouTube, you have internet, right? Click on those links. It'll give you phone numbers for you to contact to try to get resources in your area. If you don't have insurance, the first thing I suggest is going down to your state family assistance agency, whatever it's called. The food stamp office is what I say. That's what I call it. Go to that local office of yours. Apply for Medicaid if you can. If you cannot, do not be afraid to Google local resources in your area. It will pull up different agencies that you can contact to see if they have any type of sliding scale. If available in your area, there may be schools that offer free or discounted therapy. I know for some people it might not work, especially if your case is a little bit more complex, but that is always an option that you can look into. Go to an emergency room if needed. A mental health crisis is a medical condition, is something that needs to be treated. So if you catch yourself to where you need help right now and you just really don't know where to go, don't be afraid to go to a hospital. But that's what you do if you don't have insurance. And if you do have insurance, you can Google a mental health agency, contact them. A lot of them will take state insurance. Don't be afraid to hit them up and schedule that first appointment.
That's how you go ahead and give resources, Chris.
I'm sorry, guys. See, I tried to not
don't let your primary care doctor
make this a long video. I tried.
Sometimes that is your best option. So one thing I want to talk about before I let you go is in Dr. Mike's video, he discussed the dangers of self-diagnosis. And absolutely, please, for the love of God, never diagnose yourself, right?
Like he did. Let's not forget he did that himself.
I get into, I talk. And he mentioned self-help books, right? So, like I said, never diagnose yourself. But again, with so many people who are without insurance, for so many people who are broke, sometimes books are your best option to start working on your mental health. For example,
oh, here we go, pulling out a book.
Licensed therapist wrote a book, okay? This book, by
he
the way,
swears to God he says her name enough, she'll give him some attention. She'll pay him dust. She's not going to pay you any dust, sir.
Are cheap.
Yeah, I know she has her moments where she's problematic as well, but she's not going to pay him any dust because she is a licensed therapist, and a lot of in her stuff is, and from what I've seen, most of the stuff I've watched, she does back it up with real education, real knowledge, real research, real info. She's not going to pay you dust. She's not going to pay you dust just because you're going to keep trying to shill her book.
Right? You can go to your library. There are many websites where they sell thrift books, and some of the top psychologists
I love those websites
in the world are putting all their knowledge into books. You know what I mean? So like me, I am very fortunate to have a full-time job and have health insurance and everything like that. Like I get my prescriptions refilled. I actually got to go refill them today. I have a therapist, but I still read a ton of books, and I'm constantly learning about new coping skills and everything like that. So I do think that self-help books are extremely...
I wonder if he has insurance, is he still seeing his great therapist that's from BetterHelp? Isn't that where he gets his therapist from? Didn't he say he found his therapist on BetterHelp? Don't they not take insurance? Because I thought I looked into them one time and they don't take insurance. So is he lying?
Extremely beneficial to people.
I think so.
Who don't have the financial means to go see doctors, psychiatrists, and all that stuff. Like once you get on your feet, do it, but never use a self-help book to diagnose yourself.
Or look into resources. Apply for state insurance. Apply for
like in the last year, I'm almost
apply for state insurance. You see, look, I can't even cut that out because he's talking.
I can't think of any of them that I've read that's like, hey, this is how you know that you have clinical depression. None of them say that. Most of them are just like, hey, depressed people, this helps them. Anxious people, this helps them. You can find the people who are like the leading researchers in things like trauma and borderline personality disorders.
Oh my
and all sorts of other
God.
disorders, and they have tools in there. So
Tired
what
of
we need
him
to
talking
understand
about that.
therapy is, I highly recommend you get therapy if you can afford therapy, because therapists are there to help you open up, get down to the root of your issue. We always need somebody that we can talk to about these things. And therapists are also there to keep you on the right path. Like, when you're on the road to your mental health recovery, it is easy to just start veering off the road, all right? And following up with a therapist can help you get back on track and stay on track, right? Because a lot of us, we don't want to put in the work, like looking at yourself, self-reflection, going into your past, these things we don't want to do. So it's easy to just, boop, take off. So a therapist keeps you on track. But if you can't afford a therapist, you have to have some personal accountability and just recognize that there are so many tools out there that can
There
help
are.
you.
And
All
there's
right?
many
So,
resources you can try
I
to
wanna
take
end with this.
advantage
I do
of
think Lady Gaga
to try to
heart
get
is
some
in the right
insurance
place.
if you
She
can,
has been very open
or
about
discounted
her traumas
services
that she's been
if
through.
able.
She's an advocate for mental health and everything. But I just think we always need to remember that some of these celebrities, and I don't think she had bad intentions in any way, shape, or form, but some of these celebrities, they lose touch.
She didn't lose touch. You didn't watch the video.
Starving artist, like playing the piano at small New York clubs, like
You didn't watch the
The
video.
majority of people are in that financial status. You know what I mean?
She
So when making
understood.
these
She said
statements,
it.
We always need to take those people into consideration.
You
know,
didn't
I've worked with
watch.
far too many people
You
who
watched his
don't have insurance,
reaction.
who lose their insurance, and we need to be aware of the resources that are out there. All right, but
Yeah.
anyways, down in the description below, please, as soon as you're done with this video, go check out the Dr.
No, that's because that's the video he watched. Oh my God, you guys. I don't believe he watched the entire interview with Oprah that Lady Gaga did. I really don't, because he wouldn't be able to try to make this as an argument. She stated that she understands that not everyone can go to a psychiatrist, that maybe PCP is the best option. She reiterates throughout the entire video that she knows that there's a mental health crisis. She wants to call it a mental health crisis. Yes, were there some things that I didn't agree with, like the dismissal of pain medications? Yes, I didn't agree with her on that. But her main thing is to go get help. She understands that everyone can go to a psychiatrist. She understood the primary care might be the best thing for them. She wasn't even happy about benzos. Now, she did do a little shaming to Oprah when Oprah shared that she take a Xanax. She did do a little bit of that, but then she corrected herself and said, hey, I don't want you to feel bad for you taking that medication. I know that might work for you, but we can talk about other options off of the stage. Like, she did so good to where I really think either he just watched that primary care doctor who was in his feelings about Lady Gaga urging people to see a psychiatrist. I get that he's a little butthurt about that. I think that's all he watched. I don't think he watched that full 56-minute interview. It was a good interview, you guys. I really suggest for you guys to check it out. Like I said, I'm gonna link it down below. I knew he was going to be mad about her stating medications is great. It works for her and it could work for a lot of people. She shared that she didn't want people to be afraid to take the medications. She even shared that she didn't want anyone to think that just because she's naming medications or sharing her experience with the ones that she takes, that means it'll work for them. Her point was to go get help, seek a medical professional, and they can help you figure it out yourself. This man sat here and just wanted a reason to say something. You didn't watch the video. He did not watch the interview. He just went off of the one video he watched and said, hey, she has a bad take. No, you just didn't go watch. You just don't like people who have money talking about mental health because you only harp on the fact that she has money. She could be out of touch. She wasn't out of touch.
That's what's funny.
And I know somebody might say,
You're just biased, Kay. You like Lady Gaga. You didn't know.
no, she really stated it in the interview multiple times that she understands it's a mental health crisis. She wants to have people research it. She wants people to take it seriously and understand that it's a medical disorder. She said that she wants to push it across into the schools, have people take mental health first aid. Like, she did good. Just go watch it, you guys. Just go watch it. It was so great. And I do not believe he watched that whole interview. I have no real complaints. Yes, there was like 2 or 3 points I didn't like that she stated, especially when it came to chronic pain and pain medications. Like, I do believe they should be a last resort, but I know there are a lot of people out there that need them. I work with them every day. I didn't agree with some of that, but overall, she did very well.
Sharing her experience, advocating for mental health, telling people to go seek professional help, no matter who it is, even if you can't go to a psychiatrist, acknowledging the fact we have a mental health crisis. Like,
this man just wanted to find a reason to complain and throw up a video. It was a great interview. I don't care what he says. He just looks like a hater. He's mad. And keep shilling Katie Martin's book. She ain't gonna pay you no dust. She's not gonna pay you no dust. It ain't gonna help you do nothing. It's not. I'm sorry. Because like you said,
do your research, be skeptical of me.
we are. And I'm glad I watched this. Again, thank you, according to Jexy, for letting me know about this video being posted and that I would feel some type of way. You are right. I definitely suggest you guys to go check her out. Her channel's awesome. Again, she talks about addiction recovery from her experience. I want to hear from you guys down below. Are you guys going to go check out the interview? Did you watch the interview with Lady Gaga and Oprah? Let me know, what do you feel about Chris's little reaction, his feelings? Do you think he watched the actual interview, or do you think he's just going off of the PCP doctor? I personally think the PCP doctor is a little butthurt because she said to go to a psychiatrist. It happens. I understand it. I want to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. Again, I'm walking away here annoyed. This man made it seem like you get a psych evaluation in 15 minutes.
No one does a psych evaluation in 15 minutes, sir.
No one. And if they do, then you need to turn right back around, because that is not okay. You need longer than that. I can't. He does this. I'm educating, but really doesn't educate. I definitely always appreciate you guys for watching me. I'll be out with another video. If everything stays calm, I should be back with another video for you guys on Monday. Hopefully something different. I do have another blog video I am thinking of doing. He's been on a roll, so I might let him stack up just a little bit because it's too much. It's too much. He's been posting too much. Thank you guys so much for watching me. I'm sorry if this is kind of long. I tried to make it a quick video, but always know I appreciate you guys for sticking around. If you made it to the end and you haven't subscribed, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button down below. Hit the bell so you're notified every time I post a video. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Give me a thumbs down if you didn't. It's fine. I still appreciate you for spending your time here. I still can't believe I'm over 300 subscribers. I love and appreciate you guys so much, especially because today's my birthday. So let me get off of this video. I will catch you guys in my next one. I appreciate y'all. Catch me on Twitter. Bye.